I had a friend named Orson. His Chinese name is Chen Yusheng. He told me about trying to maybe come here for school. And I decided to apply both to Japan and Taiwan. And that's when I found out about NTHU. I think I was really interested in the literature teachers here and the literature courses. They're very different from other schools. They are very, I think, diverse in their own ways. Of course, you have like your basic courses like Shakespeare, 18th century, but the ones that branch out outside of that, it really like pulled me in. And I decided like, okay, it's kind of scary. It's one of the best schools in Taiwan. I don't know any Chinese, and this is a completely new place. But it really helped me that I knew I had a friend in the country, at least. If anything were to happen, I can go to him. So I applied to the schools. I got into NTHU, and something about it just told me to go there. So I did my visa. I got in. I got the international scholarship, which is really, really helpful. And I came over here during quarantine. And that was an interesting time. Yeah. I think the people that I'm surrounded by understand, like, sure, I can have that English support. And there's a lot of just from the MRT, from the buses, from the signage. Like, a lot of it is just not in English as well, but they have it in Japanese, they have it in Korean. The voices, like, on the intercoms at, like, the malls or the public transportation, it makes it a lot more easier. And then with Google Translate, it makes things a lot more easier. It makes me even more want to learn Chinese, but it could be a little bit hard because now I think with how easy it is, it's really easy to just be like, I'm just going to Google Translate, let me do this. So this is coming from comparing it to the States and the 1 year that I did college. It felt like the teachers, of course, know what they're doing. They are there for their job. They are there to just teach. I'm there to just take in the info and see what I can do with it. So that's sort of like what I expected. This school is very prestigious, of course. It's one of the best. And the students that I'm going to be with are going to be insanely smart. So I was a bit nervous coming in because it was a long time since I've been in school. I was a bit scared, but funnily enough, the teachers here have made me feel like they do see me. Even though I'm very different, they are concerned about how I'm adjusting, how I'm doing. They are worried if, like, am I too alone? And I think that's kind of like the exact opposite of what I thought I was going to be when coming here. I thought it was going to be really hard to make friends. I thought it was going to be really hard to adjust. But I think there's enough experience here with teachers and students where they had both their abroad experiences or just experiences in new places where they understand where I'm coming from. So they try their hardest to either understand, like, put me in something or suggest that I go somewhere or, like, be the first one to talk to me. It's been really nice. The education here is hard. I think when I first came here, people thought because I had a U.S. high school experience that it'll be very easy for me, and it's not. There are things here about literature and the general education courses that I did not learn in the States, even though it's like American adjacent or Western adjacent. It's all new information for me. So I think it's at the same level as like everyone else where like, I don't know what everyone's saying here. So it needs just as much studying. But I feel like there's a community developed here with friends and teachers that like we're all sort of cheering each other on, even if it's students that don't know each other, that don't really talk to each other every day. That's still sort of that like they can do it. We're not sort of like in bad blood with each other that I didn't expect. It's very different from the States. So after NTHU, I hope to be a lot better at Mandarin. Finally, after so long, Mandarin's starting to click and it's starting to come together for me. So now I'm able to pick up some phrases. And I want to get a lot better because I do see a future here. And in that, I will do my master's. My number one is NTHU. I'm hoping. I want to get my master's here, do a research comparing contemporary media with old literature, and how it transforms that experience into a new one. And I'm hoping that after master's, I'll get my PhD, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm excited. Okay. This is so intimate. This is so intimate. It's like I'm looking in someone's eyes. Just do it. If you don't try, you'll always think about whether or not you're going to regret it. I applied thinking I wouldn't get into this school, and it turned out that I did, and it's possibly one of the best life decisions I've ever made. Just do it, because you never know what comes out of it. And if you're worried about the future, just jump for it like I did, and you'll figure out, if you love something, you'll figure out a way to work with it.